In this very theatre last night, we linked up with an amazing woman. I had no idea she was such a diplomat, because we got you Joan Rivers. Joan, we obviously appreciate that you have a very incisive view of life in Beverly Hills, and how many of the stars there have other interests?
That we can talk about?
Yeah.
Want to start with Michael Jackson? He just had the baby, you know that, and then naming it after the father, Petri dish. So that's his.
Well, the bit that we ought to explain is that you were invited as guest of honour to Stephanie Beacham's very first public show of the works of art that she had personally created over some 10 years.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, now those pictures were actually done by school children from British schools.
And Stevie Wonder.
And the moment where you realised that she had actually spent many hours creating her own portrait of you.
And, you know, she comes to my house, and I was thinking, that bitch, I have to hang it.
And so the pressure was on you, because there was the media looking at your every move and your every reaction.
Today we're in the Marina del Rey in Los Angeles, California. And as you know, for the last few days, we've been following around the British actress Stephanie Beacham, watching her at work and at play, mainly at play. And we're here today to look at her first ever exhibition. She's also taken the trouble today to invite somebody that she regards as a heroine of hers, certainly one of my favourite actresses, comedians, and indeed jewellery salesmen. I'd like to introduce the great Joan Rivers. Joan, thank you for sparing some time on Daytime UK.
So full, but wonderful.
Can I just ask, first of all, are you interested in art at all?
Actually, Vincent Price and Carl Brown, who, you know, is the great English actress,
Right, of course.
helped me do the little collection that I have. So,
Right.
yes, of course, everyone's interested in art.
So you've got a collection at home, have you?
Yeah.
Are you the kind of person that prefers the traditional classical impressionists like Monet and Matisse, or do you like the kind of the Hockney and Rolf Harris type modern painting?
Well, it depends on the painting. Everything is so personal in painting, you know, like these are so cheerful and bright and pretty, and I love the palm trees, you know, the color. Yeah. So, I mean, everything, it just depends on what your eye likes.
So what was your reaction when Stephanie invited you here today?
Amazed. Yeah. Because you always think of her as an actress, and you think of her as a sexy woman, and you don't think that she's going to go in somewhere and stand in a room alone and pick colors.
Now, obviously, the British viewer knows Stephanie for her performances in Dynasty, Captain Pugwash, and things of that nature. Do you also think that she is gifted as an artist?
I think it's very primitive, and that's wonderful. I love the colors. The colors are very bright. I think they're very cheerful, you know, and that's very nice, yes.
And very, very personal, which is what's important.
I don't know, I assume, but the guy's covered, so he's not that personal.
That's right. Let's move on to another painting. You like particularly this one over here.
Right, yes.
Now that's number 8.
Yes, and
that's the Blue Palms at a Cannes sunset. Are you a frequent visitor to Cannes?
No, I thought this was Los Angeles.
You thought that was Los Angeles? So you've not been to Cannes?
It has the same warmth and
the shadows are quite interesting.
And the color and the pink.
Do you know some people, they say, have an eye for colour? Do you have an eye for colour? I mean, you've orange and red today, do you know what I mean?
Like a cartoon today.
But the shoes are orange as red as well.
I just think it's such a, you know, it's so wonderful to have that release, to be able to go somewhere and paint and get it out. Great.
Do you want to see what I've done to you?
An unveiling ceremony.
Done to me.
For you.
For me.
Stephanie has painted a portrait of you. None of us have actually, I have to say, none of us have been allowed to see this painting.
I do hope that you take it in the spirit that it's meant. I do
Is
hope
an
you do.
exclusive for Daytime UK,
Sure.
and indeed for all the other television stations that are following us around today.
I love you very dearly, and I just hope that you take this in...
Better look young.
Now, is this a painting that you're going to give to Joan?
I believe that there has been somebody who has already bid for it.
Really?
So that, and
there's a
because the money is going for charity.
Oh,
That's
is
how
it
it's-
charity?
There's a price tag on it as well, is there?
I don't actually deal with my
Yes,
own
there is.
pricing.
There is a price tag.
Very
That's right. Thank you.
And exclusive. Well, without further ado, let's have an official unveiling of the Joan Rivers portrait by Stephanie Beecham.
It's great. It's just, it's terrific. It's just...
It's lively.
It's lovely. Thank you. Oh, it's terrific.
Joan, let me ask you for an immediate reaction then. It's
And
a
the
rare moment.
colors, and it's
It's primary color, isn't it?
Primary
That's what you
color.
deal in.
yeah. Thank
In your
you.
comedy.
Thank you. And it's the whole clown thing is right there.
That's right.
Immediately, and I love the turtle because the turtle represents survival.
Right.
So I get that right.
Slow but sure, right?
Yeah. And it's adorable.
So you don't mind this, the
No.
garishness of the
No.
paint there? And
No,
is that...
that's clown. That's all about being.
So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, just to summarise, this exhibition has gone so well. The first ever for Stephanie. You were very reluctant to show.
Quite rightly.
Well, that's not what Joan Rivers say. Last word from Joan Rivers?
I think it's wonderful. I wish you a lot of luck. And you're so lucky because when you're old and they don't want you as a sexy actress anymore, you can still have a hobby.
Let's just get one more reaction from a member of the public here. Gentlemen, you stand in. Are you on holiday here?
No, I'm a dealer. I have a small gallery in Kensington in London.
So you heard about Stephanie Beecham's exhibition here today?
Well, I actually understood that the painting was for sale, and I'm such a fan of,
Oh, nice.
of Miss Rivers that I'd bid 100.
So let me just get this clear then. You have
$100,000.
$100,000
Yeah.
for the Joan Rivers picture. So you've flown over, what, to the US specifically for this picture?
I arrived yesterday, yeah.
100. I'm not.
Although
I'm not degrading you, but
I
$100,000
feel, yeah.
You're prepared to pay that money for charity for the Joan Rivers
It's for
picture?
charity. You really?
Joan, can I ask you to hold the microphone
It's for charity.
and if you can bid him down and get him to buy it,
Okay.
that'll be brilliant.
Now we're on camera.
I'm just not very good at values of things. So
Nor am I.
That's one of the big problems I have.
No.
I get very confused about the value of paintings or the value of gold. I got this earlier today, and
I don't mean to laugh.
this is called a gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What are you telling me?
Sweet. Now really tell me what you think of that absolutely horrible painting.
It looks like somebody on acid. Oh, you know, I walked home, I said to my manager, never mind hanging the paintings, let's hang Stephanie. I mean, you can't be rude. The man is interviewing you, and I kept saying the color, because you have to say something positive. You can't not be a lady, but just, if Stephanie is out there and she thinks she's going to teach art, I beg you, don't let Beecham teach him. I mean, it's just...
We wanted to go to a lot of trouble so that we could say, Joan Rivers, at last, we got you.
You got me. Thank you very